Hey, how's it going, guys? Got another knife review for you. Thanks so much to my buddy Noah for letting me check out this knife. What you're looking at here is the Benchmade 707. Surprisingly enough, not a lot of talk about this knife. Most people, when they talk about Benchmade's blue class knives, which this belongs to, they usually go straight towards the Griptilian or the 530. So this is the 707, the sequel, and this is a McHenry Williams design. And before I pop the blade open, let's just talk about the handle. The scales are machined aluminum, and the inserts right here are G10. And as you can see, you have pocket clip that can be unscrewed with 3 Torx screws, and you can have it for left or right tip up only carry, as you can see right here. And then what I like about this thing is no lanyard hole, because really, seriously, I'm not going to put a lanyard hole through a folding knife that I'm just going to clip inside of my pants. Oh, and by the way, being a blue class knife, this is made in the USA, so if you guys care about that, you can rest assured that you can get this here. You have thumb studs, ambidextrous, so it doesn't matter whether you're left or right-handed. Opening this up, you have a beautiful drop point design right here with the Benchmade logo. And let me just flip to the other side, and as you can see here, this is, as I said before, a McHenry and Williams design, and the blade is 154 cm. So for people who aren't really into steels, basically 154 cm is an upgraded version of 440C. So it's tougher, stronger, holds an edge better, and in comparison to other steels, it's equivalent to Japanese ATS-34. Actually, ATS-34 is the Japanese version of this. 154 cm was the original one. So it's a high quality steel. You're not going to find a crap knife with 154 cm. It's just expensive. The blade itself is plain edge, which I think is probably the best version. You don't want to get serrated just for general purpose. Now, if you're going to cut a lot of rope, yeah, serrated is better, but you can get by with just a plain edge, in my opinion. Blade is nice and thick along the spine. It's 0.1 inches in thickness, which is just enough to get enough strength, but thin enough so that it makes it easy to slice through things. You're going to have to think about what you're going to be using your knife for before you pick out your blade. If you're going to be doing a lot of chopping, you're going to want a thick blade, but for slicing, a thin blade works well and it works better. So at 0.1 inches, this is perfect for most everyday carry purposes. Like if you're going to cut up fruit or just small things like packages and stuff, this is going to work really well. The blade has been harded to a Rockwell hardness of 58 to 60, and as you can see here, this is an axis lock design, which only Benchmade has. So for those of you who don't know how an axis lock works, let me just close this for you and let you see. The blade here rotates on this pivot screw, which can be adjusted in tightness by this Torx right here. And if you'll notice here, let's see if I can get the camera to zoom. See that little hook right there? Basically what happens is the hook rotates as you rotate the blade, and then this catches on the little hook or ledge right here on the blade. And what you have here is a bar, as you can see here, that extends on the left and right side. Provides like a little button that you can depress with either your left or right thumb, depending on how you carry your knife. This bar rocks forward and back, and what provides the tension to keep the bar in place right here are what Benchmade calls omega screws. So you see an omega spring, So you see an omega spring right here. You see that little thin piece of wire right here, and an omega spring over there on that side. So when that's in place, see if I let go of this, it'll come back to spot right there. So as you open the knife, what happens is this bar slides forward and it catches like that. Let me just do that again so you guys can see. So this little ledge part right here rotates back. Watch this bar. It catches onto the ledge, and then the bar locks in, and then you can't press the knife forward. And to release it, all you do is pull this bar back by pulling on this button, and it'll close on its own. A lot of people like the axis lock. I like it a lot just because it makes it really easy to close one-handed, like so. Just pull down on the switch. And people who are really good on it, they can open and close a knife almost as if it was an automatic knife. So really good. If you guys are worried about the omega springs breaking, I wouldn't really worry too much about it. Benchmade does a really good manufacturing for their springs, and I haven't really heard anything from friends who have a Benchmade about the springs breaking. And even so, if anything happens, their quality control and their warranty is great. So if you have any problems with a Benchmade knife, just give them a call and they'll sort you out. What else do I want to talk about this guy? Oh, let me just throw some numbers at you. Overall length when this guy is closed is 3.8 inches. Overall length open is 6.75 inches, and the blade length is 2.95 inches, which is perfect because in a lot of municipalities within the United States, there is a 3-inch blade limit on folding knives. So a lot of knives that I see, I live in California and we have a 3-inch blade limit, so a lot of knives that I see made by Benchmade and by Spyderco, I can't carry just because it's over the 3-inch limit, and this is perfect, so I can actually get this and buy it. The weight is 2.6 ounces, which is pretty good. Especially considering that this is aluminum handled knife. They were really good at making it really strong, but at the same time keeping it at a reasonable weight. Under 3 ounces is what you're going to shoot for. And what's surprising is the fact that this has steel liners which run the entire length of the knife handle. And as you can see the little holes right there, they skeletonize it so that even though you have the strength of the steel liners, you're going to not have all of the weight. So that's cool right there. Give you a nice little view here. So that's my little review of the Benchmade 707 sequel. Excellent knife. In fact, if I were going to get a blue class knife, this would probably be my first choice, just because of the blade design, the size, the fit and finish, how comfortable it is to use, and just, I mean, the styling and like how purposeful it is. I mean, I would pick this even over a Griptilian. So just for a little bit more money, I think this is probably like the best in class and best value for a Benchmade blue class knife. So that's my review. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.